Hi, this is Dr. No with Kid Focus Dentistry. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about what is a reverse swallow. Reverse swallow can also known as infantile swallow or incorrect swallow. I just like the term reverse swallow a little bit more because it's explain more correctly the motion of the tongue at the pattern of swallowing. And I want to talk about why do we care about a reverse swallow. So what a reverse swallow is an incorrect way, usually does it in the reverse motion of what a normal swallow should be. So to really show how the reverse swallow look in the mouth, I think it's best to explain what a normal healthy pattern of swallowing should be. So imagine this is the palate of the mouth and this is the tongue. So in a normal pattern of swallowing, the tip of the tongue, two-thirds of the tongue is going to go onto the roof of the mouth and it's going to do a wave just to facilitate fluid to flow into the back of the throat. So the swallowing motion should be very easy. The muscle that should be involved in this process should be the tongue and the lips. What the lips does is create a seal, and what the tongue does is it facilitate the fluid to flow down the back of the throat. But in the reverse swallow, there's more muscle that involved, especially what we call the mentalis, than what we like. So in a reverse swallow, your child actually start the motion of swallowing from the back of the throat. So it's going to wave from the back and then the tongue is going to poke forward. So this will explain a lot of the children who has reverse swallow. They will have either an overjet of the entire front teeth area or mainly the two front teeth. You see those rabbit looking teeth move more forward on there. So that's indicative of where the tongue is pushing at the ending of the force of the swallowing process. So in order for the lips now to create a seal in order to swallow without spilling stuff outside the mouth, your lips is now going to have to overly work. So in my case, when I swallow, there should be no movement right here because the only thing that is involved during that process of swallowing is my tongue and my lips. And my lips is in harmony, so it's very relaxed, closing and swallow. For a kid that does a reverse swallow, what you're gonna see is this. So what that does is now this muscle is involved, and the really severe one, this is when you're gonna see the quick knot because the swallowing process for them is quite difficult. They actually have to overly work to get that fluid down there because the fluid sometimes can go in the reverse direction. So the reason why this muscle is involved during the incorrect swallowing is that because the tongue now pushes the teeth more forward. So the upper jaw now is being more forward, and the lips, in order for it to go up and close, the muscle, the mentalis muscle now need to be activated. So now you see this movement right here, okay? And why do we care about that? We care for multiple reasons. Number one things, for dental wise, you will see teeth down on the bottom actually quite crowded. You also will start seeing with that symptom of crowded teeth, you actually seeing the chin being a little bit more retruded. The reason for that is anytime the mentalis is exerted, the muscle is now activate a certain amount of force and exerted on the jawline, and it's holding the jawline back where it doesn't allow it to grow correctly. So then therefore, the jaw is not growing to accommodate these teeth where they're supposed to be. So then, as the jaw being pulled back, you're gonna see this type of kids that have a very weak chin. And also, it does a micro compressions of the jaw. So with these micro compression over time, it will cause an early wear of the joint of the TMJ. So then therefore, these will turn into very young adult that has TMJ issues very early in their life, and the TMJ issue is just gonna get worse over lifetime. The other issues that we really worry about is when you have a micro chin. Your tongue, when you fall asleep, your tongue needs to sit somewhere in order for it to facilitate nose breathing. So when you have a micro chin, instead of have the ability to house the tongue correctly. It's actually pushing the tongue back into the throat area when they lay down. These are the kids that you start seeing slowly over time. They start snoring more and more and more and start turning into sleep apnea. So even though the reverse swallow in the beginning, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal when a kid is still growing. It doesn't look that bad of a problem. That we know for long-term growth and development, it does affect so many things that about half the adults right now is dealing with is TMJ issues, sleep apnea. So this is the reason why we want to fix the issues now. Some other minor things with the reverse swallow, these are the kids that you tend to see taking a long time to eat. These are the kids that are sloppy eaters. You always see things that coming out of their mouth. And also, these are kids that tend to have actually higher cavities because they hold food in their mouth. Those are some other reasons that we really want to address these issues sooner the better.